Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to Sondering Tarot. If you're new here, hi, hello, and welcome. This is your daily tarot reading for the 16th of May, 2024. We'll be using the Green Witch Tarot again for today's daily tarot reading. That'll be listed in the description box down below. Let's see what's going on. Alright, my lovelies, I have all your cards out on the table. We have a 1 ace, 2 major arcanas. So let's see what is here. We start out with the best part of your day on the 10 of Cups in the reverse. The 6 of Cups in the reverse. The 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. The 4 of Cups in the reverse. The King of Cups in the reverse. The Sun. The Page of Swords. Followed by the Knight of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles. And lastly, the 2 of Cups. Okay. Well, I actually kind of like this as the best part of your day. Why? Because that means anything that is uncomfortable, unhappy, anything that it doesn't really add a value, that isn't conducive to your happiness, your future, you're willing to leave that behind. You're not holding on to it. In other words, say you hear something negative. Well, it's in one ear, out the other. You're not latching on to it. You're not staying in that energy. You're not entertaining that energy. Why? Because you realize it doesn't make you happy. There's no value in it. There's nothing that's fruitful, nothing that gives you a reward or benefit. It's just a circumstance. And you don't have to stay there. You know that. You learn that. And it's one of those, you process it of, okay, well, that was a little toxic. That wasn't great. Do I want to keep it? No. Okay, we'll move on. What's something better? That's literally what you do. You move on. You move away from that energy because you look at it and go, nah, for me. Well, pass, thanks. And instead, you look for opportunities for self-betterment that pair better with you, that match the energy, the vibration that you want. It's just like dealing with somebody toxic, and yeah, it goes in one ear, out the other. Why? Because it's not your problem, not your shtick, and you want to move on. Instead, you search for those that are like-minded, just for an example. And that goes with any area of your life. After all, it is a general reading. So let me pick up my mess here, because I didn't make a mess with cards. And we'll get on to the worst part of your day. We start off with the 10 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands. Okay. So transitioning from something unpleasant to something better might be a little slow for you. So do you move beyond it? The toxicity, the uncomfortableness, something that doesn't serve you? Yes. Will it happen quickly? Probably not. Because there's that potential there for there to be a delay. Okay, so there's a little bit of resistance probably showing up for you. It may take you a moment to sit with it, to identify whether it stays or whether it goes. So there's a transition period that will delay happiness, especially until you find something better to replace it. Because then you get that little waiting period where you're kind of, still one foot in the door of the unpleasant situation, where you're wanting the newer situation, and you know what you're looking for, but you're not quite there yet. So you may feel like something better, something brighter, more conducive is kind of slightly out of reach or waiting in the wings almost. Why? Because it's not just right there. It's not automatic. I'm going to move on to the obstacle, or how to get over the obstacle before I get into that other energy. Bear with me, please. Okay, obstacle. We start off with Temperance. The Eight of Cups in the reverse. The Three of Pentacles in the reverse. The Five of Cups in the reverse. The Four of Swords. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. The Seven of Swords in the reverse. And the Three of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so this is where I was talking about a transition, where you're kind of one foot in one door and one foot in the other, but you're just not all the way of letting it go. It takes a while to process and transition to create a better circumstance, especially when you're in that in-between stage where the happiness isn't really there. There's nothing there to replace it just yet. So things are a little shaky. Some things are a little unstable. But try not to stress yourself too much. You know, be grateful that most of the worst is behind you. But like I said, don't overly stress. And don't stick with that lower vibration. You know, literally, give it a rest. Walk away from it if you can, and don't feed into it. Don't give it more energy, knowing that it doesn't help your situation. In other words, if you leave something toxic or negative behind, something to cut out, no matter how big or small, whatever the circumstance is, don't sit there and keep entertaining it, cycling it through your mind of, oh, well, I have nothing better to transition to, nothing better else to latch onto, so I guess I'm stuck with this. Don't sit there and feed that energy when you've already identified it as something that's not worth your time, not worth your energy, not worth your effort. Yeah. So give that energy a rest, and don't let it into your, I don't want to say comfort zone. Don't let it into your boundary. Realize that that is a sneak tactic. You don't want it to steal your joy. You don't want it to steal more of your energy. You don't want it to steal any happiness that could be had when you've said, nope, not for me already. So make sure there's not, I guess, any energetic cords still attached to previous people, circumstances. When you've already tried to leave, don't start feeding that energy again. Mind your boundaries, mind where your energy is, and you'll be happier for it. Even if you don't have something quite yet that's better to say, okay, that never happened, it's totally out of my mind, we've totally forgotten it, it's like it never was. I get the energy that a lot of you, if you come across something difficult, it's not going to automatically be replaced once you create that gap. You, in fact, might have to create what fills that. New choices, new boundaries, new manifestations, what you feed your energy into. You're the one that creates what fills that gap. So if you go back to feeding the toxic energy, the toxic circumstances that made you unhappy and finally put your foot down for, you're not going to get anywhere. Instead, you're stuck on a loop. You're just giving it feedback. And we don't want to do that. Especially if we entertain thoughts of, oh, well, happiness will happen someday. Or happiness apparently isn't for me right now. That negative self-talk just reinforces that. Beware of that. That is a trap. That'll keep you stuck on that loop. So give it that a rest. Walk away from things that really aren't going to solve anything. Okay. Feels like there's a lot of little things going on. And some of them might be stealing some of your energy, some of your joy. So be mindful. Remember to take breaks. Reserve your energy and put it in appropriate places. Oops. Okay, feedback. Yeah, beware of the feedback. Because you're putting your energy in the right place, you get more out of the situation, whether that is more positive feelings, more productivity, manifestation, more reward later, karma itself. Whereas if you misappropriate the energy, you get the energy vampire, you get, lower vibration, you get other circumstances that crop up. You're trying to avoid that, okay? And I did add up all your cards. Everything here adds up to 115, which also reduces to 7. 7 in numerology is the mind and creativity. Yes, beware of what you tell yourself. So if you do put your foot down and say this is enough, mind your boundaries. Make sure you don't get stuck in that loop, that you don't feed the negativity. Remember, you're looking for more positive energy, so be more optimistic if you can. Also, the creative vibe. Like I said, you might have to create what fills that gap after you create it. It may not be automatically given to you. Alright, and for those that like the astrology, we have Moon in Virgo. Take care of small tasks and chores as you keep working. Don't forget to have breaks to recharge. In other words, give certain things a rest. Especially unpleasant things, maybe tasks that you don't like, things that drain your energy anyway. This is apparently what we're dealing with. Have a more balanced approach. Okay. Unpleasant thoughts and feelings. Give that a rest. Beware of the feedback. What are you feeding? Alright, my loves, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. And if this resonates for you, it is a general reading after all. By all means, give me a big thumbs up. Quickest way to let me know that you resonate with the reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.